First poem is set in the future. Noon in rear view. Thinking about her. What window into the elemental? I passed a stadium in which an airplane turned away from a danger, fiery, chased by another thing, a moon. Colliding on the loop, the two passing each other. Pedestrians walked past as if on their way to lunch. I thought the collision seemed real until they told me that's a girl's senior project. And the fuselage and tail looked a projected repetition of an accident, a catastrophe. I told the student at my sign-up table each question she was about to ask me until she put on her shades and looked away. Everything had changed so much, there were a few things that hadn't. It was still the same moon as had been in the back window, late, still, acting as if it hoped to keep up with us, to follow, to mind. We still sat on sofas, had gravity, tides, but I was crossing things off the list each day. Elemental and the old worries gave way to the 4 seconds of microwaves through the city. An inability to surprise us. Anymore it was location. Where's the sky? Where's the storm? Where's the water? When I was 4, my mother and brother took me into a dark room. One had a flashlight and a moon grapefruit. The other a basketball earth to show me why the moon got black, got little. Hung like it watches, subtly moors, but moved with us. The idea too big. How was I supposed to know? I would finally decide how good to see this knob in the rear view. Something to give all nighttime regards to. And there's a pause. This précis of ruined world, of ruining it just by being here. No legal mud, no soot. I look to the moon, that same moon. Its pull on water, its pull on sanity. How much further away she rests than most people assume. I have a friend who was really sad, and like he's got all his friends, and now he's a weather. Now he walks down the street and he's like, "What's that feeling?" "Oh, I don't feel very sad." So that's good. And I think we don't always reach out to men when they are sad. Rather good than nice. Metal seems to bend backward in the wash. To hear of each man splitting and slowly malfunctioning. The apple core bigger than you thought, and each bite, a seed that launches out, reminding you it is arsenic. Your brother warned you once, almost happy, a cup or so of apple seeds would kill you. And she was right, standing in her kitchen with a knife, months after her husband died, saying to me, "Yeah, I hate being in love. It's like being poisoned. Waiting insufferable no matter how you want to work your way in. Someone who could fix a broken drawer so it wouldn't keep looking open when I meant for it to slide shut. A man who can stay up late with his thoughts. Vinegar eats calcium buildup. A man not poisoning himself one inadvertent Monday. There's always licking the gluey envelope shut, or how the sun up, sun down slides a plastic stick in his mouth and jerks the bristles back and forth. Eternity. I decided I would keep large half shells as plates and never think of a man-made plate again. The world in which that would happen. The quiet imagination of this beyond. A broth. Everyone asks why there's no furniture in this house. It's because today must be the first day. Today is made for writing an eternal poem. For the torso, and not the clothes. The light of the sublime, and not the subway doors closing. And yet, I would love the snow leveling off and pushed against the vans. for a place dry enough to step on and never getting your foot wet despite the ice lagoons. Your hand reaching for my hand. Oh, it takes me a minute to realize you're wearing gloves, because I'm wearing gloves. This is my cool going to get a restraining order at the Atlantic City courthouse. Okay.
Everybody's got one.
Everybody's got one. Just talking with my niece, we're like, do you think there is a certain personality that is only just inhabiting different people? They keep doing the same things to all of us. Okay. Home in which only one face appears. I was trying to decide if the metaphor was fog, or the Atlantic, or some other version of blank in this new Monday aversion to color. And this terrible sulfa I've been telling nurses for years I'm allergic to. I decided today to try it again, to get rid of this thing that's living in my gut, making it hard for me to stroll or eat. I scoop it out. Rice, sweet sports drink like I swim the channel. She felt my tummy and looked at me. Let's kill this thing. I sat in the family court's waiting room today, too. The woman who'd been hit, mothers with their grown sons and daughters, booming out funny stories to nothing. Let's kill this. I wasn't sure I belonged there, but what's left to do? What do I hate more, when the voice over-articulates as if one is an idiot, or this feeling I will never be able to show my face again, wanting to drape my face and breathe my own used air? My property, maybe Jacko will rent me in heaven, where there will be no invasion of privacy. Those Polaroids tacked up in his security guard's gate hut. This one has a gun. This one thinks she is Mr. Jackson's wife. My whole life, I've looked through my curtainless kitchen window, or any window at night, and thought the worst possible thing would be to see a face there that never disappeared. This is a somewhat older poem. Sometimes it's fun to write spells for people for and against things. And I have a friend who really doesn't like the sight of people eating spaghetti with red sauce. Against the sight of people eating spaghetti with red sauce. The tomatoes all swim at an aquarium. I volunteered there. I know their sleep cycles. They move in a giant circle, slowly consuming the color red as it passes through the tank. I have not pointed out the 3 identical murals of the women slurping spaghetti into their mouths. The tomato seeds fester in the giant bellies. Oh, silent guppies of produce. Who doesn't love the sight of tomato sauce? Asked the French-Canadian girls. Everyone stops to tap on the glass, but I won't let them. The bottom stitch frays out of the sock, and it falls to spaghetti. Anything could go on it. Clinging ragu of carrots, a July song of metallic cicadas, the feathers of red birds killed by easy breaks. Keep your eyes on the aerator. Invent a simile that ends like stones, as my warm, dry hands fit over your eyes. Last month, Rachel Bunting right here, and then she went and did a whole piece training for her Krav Maga. I saw pictures on the internet where she had bruises everywhere. Getting and giving. And she had a conversation with me about the time that I took jiu-jitsu for like 5 minutes. And she was really upset one day when a man tried to do some kind of aggressive move on her in class. And he wasn't holding back. she realized she really actually couldn't get him off of her. And she went home and cried for 3 hours. So, I wrote this poem for her. In French, déçu means disappointed. Jujitsu déçu. Being human means feelings, like anger and necessity. The woman strangled with her own rope. Some possible futures of English will, a pause to empty the head of expectation. Say a boy in a white jujitsu jacket tries to throw his friend, and the mat slides, part water and salt. Backed out of the driveway, trying to gain purchase in snow, limbo, or so that was winter. And the blossoms cough out their lilacs. I spent time in conversations wondering if I'm listening enough. She realized all that training was not going to make a difference. Cried for an hour and then 1 or 2 more. His hands past my ears, my wrists under his hands. I realized all the training amounts to me immobile. This woman at bus stop in glint of piercing neon remembers the sexy. Seems like it to the phone. Such plain day. And the hardening of hands and the sudden inability to flip to the end of a song. Must I listen to the whole song? I'm going to read a few poems from a chapbook that I wrote with my friend Sophia. And my friend Sophia and I really dutifully send out our poems and get them published places. And then we started writing poems together, and we thought, oh, it'll be funny, we'll send them to these magazines that never like our poems. And we all started getting accepted. And I think it's because we were kind of eating Christmas cookies and screwing around, not really paying attention. Okay. This one is for New York City. Into the cellar doors. Around the bodega, its blunt black awning, alstroemeria, ranunculus trimmed to the ankle, a quick break from the make-believe blue blossoms to sandwiches on carts. A bus horn and a busker's song, frayed inside refreshing chaos. A white splotch hangs above the emptiness. Iron scent touches the ticket edge before a run downstairs. We dream of the monotony gone, heads ascending to some night above. Those navies light pink signals, a cardiology float over the wide whiteness, cabs. Do you love the square? Or sinking into bed more? It's hard to say which. A cool green gate to pass under a cool green hill and bliss. Your affection for waiting for 2 a.m. trains, your goods wrapped in yesterday's times. A bamboo grove of guesses. Should I be on this side or the other? And your hair blows back in unironic gratitude for the violin's screech. A heart-shaped bit of light swimming to you through space. The word city opens its silver robe like a stick of gum. Let it. Some of these poems basically start with one of us sending the other one a very weird news article, and then the poem just starts getting written.